Hi Moxie, have you ever wondered what a learning target for students looks like?
Maggie, I was wondering what a learning target is just last week. I gave all of my peeps at my school a survey. Let's look at what a few of them wrote.
Great idea.
The first survey says, a learning target is explaining to the students the purpose of a lesson.
This one says, a learning target is what you want the students to be able to know or do.
And this one says, a learning target is what we want our students to know at the end of a lesson or unit of study.
The next one says, the goal you have set for your students. In other words, the understanding you want your kids to walk away with after a lesson, series of lessons, or unit and objective.
And this one writes, a learning target is what you want the students to learn, the objective, the big idea, enduring understanding.
This one says a learning target is students know what they are learning and why.
This teacher writes, a learning target is what your students need to know to begin an assignment. The expectations of what is expected from students while they work and to get to the end product.
Another teacher wrote, a learning target is what the children are to learn. It can be stated prior to a lesson, throughout the lesson, and brought up when needed to remind the students of the goal.
3 more to go. A learning target is a goal or focus of where the student's learning needs to be. The ultimate goal is mastery usage of text. Learning targets are the many steps to get there successfully.
This teacher wrote, a learning target is the goal to which I want my students to achieve.
I think that learning targets should be shared with students through rubrics, contracts, or with a checklist of expectations. Students can also be a big part of helping develop their criteria for success. They can be communicated with students verbally, written, or through displays and modeling.
Super cool. That is right on target.
Last, but not least, a teacher wrote their learning target is what your students should know, understand, and be able to apply as a result of their learning.
I like this one because it is so important for students to be able to apply what they are learning and to transfer their learning to other areas.
Wow! I think our teachers have a good understanding of what a learning target is. Let's do a little bit of new learning. I just started reading a book called Advancing Formative Assessment in Every Classroom by Connie Moss and Susan Brookhart. I thought this would be a good book for me to read to learn about formative assessment. I have heard that all the instructional coaches and principals in the district have been studying to learn more about learning targets and how to share them with students through this book.
Have you read Chapter 2 yet?
I read Chapter 2 just last night. I read that students need to comprehend what their objectives mean.
For example, a reading objective might be that students can identify the main idea in passages of a certain type and level.
What we want is more than students being able to say identify main idea.
We want students to understand that they will learn how to get a better grasp on the meaning of what they read, why that should be a goal for them, and what it feels like to do that.
For the student, this means both understanding the learning goal and knowing what good work on the assignment looks like. It's not a goal if the student cannot envision it.
Thank you for meeting with me, Moxie. I know our students will be able to provide a clear and accurate description of what they are learning when we ask them during classroom visits.
Maggie, I also have a sneaking suspicion that students will be able to describe specific strategies when assessing the quality of their work too.
Don't forget about student products. I know that our students will produce work that provides strong evidence of their progress toward the learning goal.